My name is Alexis Mickens. I am the owner of Graceful Comfort, and I am here with Midwest Link. So what inspired me to start is I've always loved creating different things. So Graceful Comfort is a Christian faith-based clothing brand. So I love creating the fact of the designs behind it. I hit a hard spot in the fact of life challenges came about, and I realized that I needed to, one, show myself some grace, but also leaning heavy into the fact of the grace from God as the fact of my comfort to get me through all those challenges. So that has been the fact of the reason for starting it, but through the fact of community, reaching out through vendor events and meeting new people and actually sharing my story and hearing their story has kept me going. So hearing someone else come to my table like, man, I do need to show myself some more grace. I love the fact that this shirt just says flat out grace. That has kept me going and kept me continue to want to come up with new designs. So this one is a hoodie. It's one of my brand new hoodies. It's actually buttered with a set, so there are joggers that go with it. The back is a grace really big and a dove. The bottom just reads that doves move in peace, carried by grace, not forced, the quiet strengths within us all. In every step we choose grace. In every storm we rise with it. You are covered and called to move in grace. So that it symbolizes the fact of grace, not only to the fact of yourself, but to people around you. Again, the front's just like that with the fact of that same design. Pants come with it, but my hats are my favorite. It's getting ready to get cold outside. So I have two different hats. Graceful Comfort is a black one. Of course, just grace with that khaki. I actually have a hoodie that goes well with the fact of Graceful Comfort. It's a Chanel patch, but my favorite quality of these hoodies hats is the fact that inside is satin, so it protects your hair when you wear it. I have a head full of hair that goes everywhere, especially if I put on a hat. All of a sudden I take it off and you got flyaways going left and right. So the satin actually helps with the fact of that, keeping everything stay in place. So when you take that hat off, your style looks as good as when you put it on. One challenge that I'm facing right now is getting my brand out there in front of people, and in front of the right people. So of course, with it being a Christian faith-based brand, it's a little bit harder. Not everybody leans into the fact of their faith. Not to say that everybody actually believes in everything else, but that's been one of the toughest things. I feel like overcoming that has been, one, doing interviews. If you could not tell, I'm someone who does not necessarily like to be in front of the camera, but I also know that's a part of getting that brand out there and getting awareness. So doing anything to get some eyes on the fact of the brand, going through different cohorts in the fact of Indy and different states to get some more awareness. It is spreading grace. It's spreading that, the meaning behind it, spreading the fact that God's grace covers us. So I could do the fact of vendor events if I make the fact of 1 or 2 sales at that event, okay. But if I've at least connected with one person and shared my story and have heard their story, they may not have even bought anything, but that means everything to me. So one story that I relied on before starting and when coming up with the name, I am an only child. I am probably one of the first to actually go off to college and graduate. So I have a background in nursing. With going off, I went to Bloomington, IU Bloomington. They have probably one of the highest ranked nursing schools there is in the fact of the state. I went through the process of filling out the application the first time around after my freshman year, doing all the prereqs, and was denied. Did not have what needed to actually have to get approval. So I went back, literally said, that's exactly what I want to do. That's feel like what God has called me to do is be a nurse. So I knew that with him, it was, all things would have been possible. So with going through and doing the prereqs all over again and going back to school, finally got accepted. However, nursing school is hard. Classes are strenuous, the time commitment is strenuous, and I literally just leaned into the fact of God carrying me through every single class that I was in. There were some times where I wanted to quit, where I wanted to give up, where I wanted to say, nope, I can't do it. that class is too hard, that test was too difficult, but I leaned heavy on the fact of my faith, and that's what continued to pull me through and get me through the fact of that line, and finally graduated from nursing school, took the board exam. Like I said, that is my background. I am a registered nurse, so I am thankful all to him for that. That is nothing to do with me. So currently I am in IBE's business cohort. So I'm learning that collaborating with other businesses is huge. Whether that be collaborating with them and using what they have to give, or them using what I have to give. I also do different custom things on the side for different businesses, so on and so forth. So it's big, but I feel like it connects the community as a whole. It connects the fact of those dots. Almost majority of the people in Indiana have some type of entrepreneur business going on for themselves, and knowing different people and how to connect those dots is important. Number one advice I would give would be, make it something that you're passionate about. Don't necessarily go for the fact of a trend or something that you feel like, oh, this person's doing, I can do that too. Do something that you're passionate about, because that's what's going to keep you going. On those days and those moments where there's nothing financial coming in from it, there's no actual money being exchanged, you want to have something that you're still passionate about to keep going.